Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Ray. Today I'm going to be going over a PSA return as well as a Collectacon Charlotte recap. So I'll start with the latter there. I'll go over Collectacon. Had a good time. It was fun. It was kind of really busy fast. Got to meet a whole bunch of new people that I never met before. Shout out to my section, Greeny, DNA, Larry, E-Unit, Lord Pokesmoke, Connor, and everybody else who decided to jump in and out of it during the weekend. I appreciate you coming to check me out, coming to see me, and there's far too many people to list, so I just wanted to at least shout out the section that I was with the whole time, and kind of go over how it went from a buy-sell trade perspective. So, to start with, I'll just say not a lot of slabs sold. It was interesting. Not a lot of the 10s, I should say. However, what did sell was some of the things that, well, I wanted to. So I brought about 50 PSA 10 Unagabyte EVs. I want to say I might have like 6 or 7 left of those. I was just kind of blowing them out, knowing the impending storm of everything that was just going to go down soon if it already hasn't. So I just wanted them out of my case as soon as possible. I know a lot of my section mates were kind of doing something similar. So one of those gone. Second was I brought 5 360 count binders. They are all gone, every single one. What is about 1,800 cards. Plus I was able to add some during the week or during the weekend. And yeah, they're all gone. So that's good. All the raw sold, as well as I brought raw that I had in top loaders that were in my case that were like $15 and above. Those are also all gone. I didn't have any large buyouts on my slabs. The only buyouts that I did have were cards that were graded 9 and kind of cheap. I had 2 German gentlemen come up and talk to me, and they just wanted cheap, crap slabs, in my opinion. And I was happy to provide it for them. Anything that was, like I said, $30 and below, they wanted a lot of. So I basically blew out all my cheap slabs, which is no problem to me. And, in terms of slab sales past that, nothing particularly stands out. I think I sold just a couple $100 slabs, but it wasn't anything crazy. I didn't do a lot of slab sales. So I'll get right into the raw that I was able to pick up during the weekend. So I'll try to take this apart really fast so I can kind of blend together what I actually did. Give me 1 second. Actually, this goes here. All right. And yeah. So the first thing was a trade. I'll go over this. This is the raw that I acquired from the trade. Just cards that the person had that they were willing to get rid of, and I was happy to take for those. And this trade was for a set of PSA 10 One Piece Film Red collection slabs, which I had quite a few of, and I just kind of wanted to move out of them soon because the English variant is coming out in November. These were all Japanese. I traded that for this box of Assault of the Saiyans. During the trade, I kind of quickly ran to DNA and Jake because I was like, hey guys, I don't know anything about DBS. Is this any good? Does it look real? All those kind of questions. So they both kind of confirmed it looked legit. This is about $400 or $500 box. So I was happy to grab all this raw and trade for about 9 slabs. So that I was very happy. If I can move into sealed, typically I'm a happy person from to getting rid of about 9 slabs at a time. So this I purchased from the section mate, Larry. So got the Gengar. I mean, you guys have, at this point, if you watch this channel at all, you're no secret to this Gengar. I get a lot of them. And then it's just some tag teams I was able to pick up off of them. I want to say we did this deal for about 200 bucks. This Gengar is damaged. It has a crease along the backside. I don't care. The front looks good. There it is. You can see it there. I'm happy to pay the price because I know how difficult these are to actually acquire in some cases. So we'll see what happens with this in the future. I don't know if this is grade worthy just because of the big old bend in it, but I just like the stock. So we have that. So thank you, Larry. And then this is just odds and ends pickups. I mean, I don't exactly know. I think this is actually from a V-Star break and a VMAX Climax break. Just some random arbitrary pickups that likely most of this will go back in a binder. This is cool, Ashes Greninja. So there's those raw cards. And next we'll start with the PSA return. Give me 1 second, just moving some stuff out of the way. And got this back 2 days ago. I was able to pick it up. And just kind of quickly go through it. I love the M movie promo from 2009. I love these promo cards. The hollow pattern suite. And just think they're cool. So I was able to acquire a whole promo pack of those, except for the full art Pikachu. There's some random Eevee. I feel like these things are going to be just spilling out of everybody's pockets. Another random Eevee. I didn't really sort these yet, so forgive me. I'm just kind of grabbing it at the top. Another random Eevee. Ah, yes, this card. Just great design and art. Some more Eevees. And this is somewhat also a prep for Denver, because we're turning around and going to Denver in about a week and a half. So I'm very fortunate to at least be able to get this slab return back. Even though I didn't sell as many slabs as I wanted to, I did move through a good probably 40 of them through trades and small buyouts. So happy to kind of restock the case, if you will. Remember when these were all hot? There's probably $4.99 now. There we go, some bigger hitters there. Just a sweet card. I can't imagine this makes it through Denver. There we go. An Expedition PSA 10 champ. These, I expected the grades to be pretty bad. When I bought this, it was pretty rough. So I bought them right, knowing that these were going to be like a 4 or 5. This card's just still so cool. It was worth it. You guys know I've been on this bandwagon of the Precious Collectors box. And finally got one of them returned in a 10. Yeah, Zapdos EX. Once again, I expected this to be pretty poor, and I'm okay. One of the Secrets from Fire Red, Leaf Green. Cool card. Another Pikachu promo. And they're all kind of upside down. These guys I can just never get graded well. The art is fantastic. The hollow pattern's great, but boy, do they always come back really, really poorly graded. I don't know what the heck's going on, but it is what it is. I might have to just crack that one out and sell it. Raikou from the Daichi Pan, looks like. Another one of the Lilies. I'm our Mewtwo. This is actually interesting, and I want to keep this out for a reason in a second. Some more Evolution Unagabas. And movie promo cards. Evolution. Ah, here we go. This is a good one. Look at that card. These are surprisingly cheaper than what you'd think, too. It's one of those where I actually got these so cheap and I'm into them so little. I actually might hold on to some of these hollow ones just because I want to say the last time I checked them, it's like 60 bucks for some of these hollows. And I don't know, man. At a PSA 10, these are pretty sweet. I don't know. I think the value is not quite there yet. I mean, especially like this one. The Pichu in that one I really like the best for the RCS there. Another one of these. Hey, at least I got a 7 with this. I mean, I don't think I ever got above a 6 with one of these packs, so I'm happy. Meowth again. And there's a big boy. Oh, 2 big boys. This card's sweet. And ending it with the Murkrow. Morty's Murkrow. You know what? So, that leaves a few others that I wanted to go over here. And I've already mentioned it to someone in the Discords here, but I want to point out something. The reason why I wanted to show this one is because I got these all in a very similar pack on Buyee when I was just purchasing some random lots. And I may have recently been stricken by the PSA damage bug because this Armored Mewtwo was still sealed and very, very clean. Just like this one. This one is a 9, looked almost identical. They came from the same person. They're both extremely clean. However, there's damage to the top right corner now. And that's where I'm going to go into next. With some of these cards that I actually sent off. This one I expected to get a 9, but due to centering. Other than that, it was very clean. But now we have damage in the top right corner that looks identical to that Armored Mewtwo. Okay. We'll look at this Town on No Map Aquapolis Magneton. Now, this one, I'm not so sure this one could have been here. And I've actually requested raw pictures from PSA, but once again, had these corner dings. This one, I may have sent no matter what. This I would have never sent if I saw this big old corner. It's just not, the value's not there for me to do it. Same here for this Lantern. You know, I typically wouldn't have sent this Lantern knowing that we have a big old whitening there. Both these Gengars were very, very clean and still sealed. Both these Gengars now magically have whitening on the top corners. Once again, the price of these cards, I would have never sent these cards like this. So once again, I don't sound like I'm bitching and complaining without having some sort of proof. So I will, if I'm wrong and all these cards didn't have these, or did have this damage when they were scanned into PSA, and unfortunately I don't know if I have pictures of them now, which sucks. I might have to start actually taking pictures of things, and I don't want to scare a whole bunch of people, but just so happens that 7 of my PSA 9s in this submission all just happen to have the exact same top right corner. So I'm just showing this here just so you guys can get a look of what's going on. It's unfortunate, and I will follow up with a video, but I at least wanted to show it just so you can see the consistency here. I mean, look, these numbers are right back to back. That's 11, this is 12, so I'm assuming they would have been graded in that order, and at least cased in that order, and it'd be actually interesting to see. They are somewhat further apart in terms of, these are the only ones that would have been next to each other. So yeah, I very unlikely would not have sent these with those corner markings. Nothing screams give me PSA 9 where the card actually looks really, really clean, and then a big old white corner ding there. So that's not really my MO. And then the previous submission to that, I didn't get a chance to really put this yet, but PSA damaged my slabs on return. So I currently have a case out with them for that. Now, I don't know if this is FedEx or PSA, but the interesting part, I believe when I got the box back from PSA, the actual outer box was not damaged, but the internal box that holds, the brown PSA boxes, the slab boxes, that was damaged on the corner where this occurred. This one's not as big of a deal. I don't really care. They can just reslab these. It's not a big deal. Obviously, they didn't damage the cards here, so that can be remedied fairly quickly. My concern is this. So that's it for today, folks. I didn't mean to leave on a bad note, but if you like this kind of content, like, subscribe, comment. Once again, thank you to everybody at Charlotte who I got to hang out with, made me feel welcome. Special shout out to Rusty, Ponga, Dan, Nick, Zach, Peter from Polaris, Richard, Collector. It was all just a really, really good time. Jake, Pokenomics, always wonderful to see you. And catch you guys on the next one. And catch anybody who's going to Denver. I'll be there in about a week and a half. Thanks.